Hello children. So children, today we are going to do the remaining kinds of pronouns. Okay. So in our last class for pronoun, we learned what was pronoun or what is pronoun. And the second, we learned what are the first person, second person and third person personal pronouns. Okay. So now we are going to do the rest of the kinds of pronoun. Now let us see the sentences that I have written over here. These are examples of our second kind of pronoun. Let us understand them. I myself saw him do it. Okay. So in this sentence we see that I is a pronoun and this is the first person pronoun. We will see to it ourselves. Again, we. First person pronoun. He himself said so. He. Third person pronoun. Okay. So all in these sentences, in these three sentences, we have got our pronouns. Then what else we are looking for here? What else more we are looking for here? There are still some pronouns here. Okay. Let us see again. I myself saw him do it. I saw him do it भी तो बोल सकते थे. मैंने उसको ये करते हुए देखा है. नहीं, हम और भी ज़्यादा एम्फसिस डाल रहे हैं. और भी ज़्यादा जोर डाल रहे हैं इस आई पे. इस आई को हम लोग और ज़्यादा एम्फसाइज कर रहे हैं, प्रोमिनेंट कर रहे हैं. किस शब्द से? विद दिस वर्ड माई सेल्फ. मतलब हम लोग इसके बगैर भी बोल सकते थे, लेकिन ये शब्द डालने से क्या हो गया कि मैंने उसको ये करते हुए देखा है, मैंने खुद उसको ये करते हुए देखा है. तो मैं पे क्या हो गया? ज़्यादा जोर हो गया. मतलब 100% श्योर है कि मैंने उसको ये करते हुए देखा है. ओके, सो आई एम गिविंग मोर स्ट्रेस ऑन दिस आई बाय पुटिंग दिस वर्ड, बाय एडिंग दिस वर्ड माई सेल्फ. I myself saw him do it. Okay, so this is another pronoun. Okay, this is also a pronoun which is added here, which is given here to put more emphasis on this first pronoun. Okay, let's see the other example. We will see to it ourselves. We will see to it ourselves. हम लोग देख लेंगे इसको खुद. Again, हम लोग इसको देख लेंगे तक भी हो सकता था, बट जहां हमने ये ऐड कर दिया ourselves, वहां पे क्या है? हम इस बात पे जोर डाल रहे हैं कि हम इसको एकदम 100% कंफर्म देख लेंगे, किसी को चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं है. That means we are adding more stress, more emphasis, more importance on this first pronoun that has been used in the sentence, that is we. We will see to it ourselves. हम लोग इसको खुद ही देख लेंगे. Nobody has to bother. Okay? So this word again is another pronoun that has been used to put more stress on this first pronoun we. So again, this pronoun has been used to emphasize the first pronoun. Let's see the third example. He himself said so. He himself said so. उसने ऐसा कहा. ऐसा भी हम लोग बोल सकते थे. We could have omitted this word himself and we could have said he said so. उसने ऐसा कहा. पर हम क्या कर रहे हैं? इस he पे और ज़्यादा जोर डाल रहे हैं. He himself, उसने खुद ऐसा कहा है. Okay, so this word here himself is added here to give more importance or more emphasis on the first pronoun that has been used in the sentence, which is he. So, what we understand from these three examples is that there can be more than one pronoun used in a sentence. Second is that the pronouns which are used in a sentence to give more emphasis or more stress on the other noun or pronoun. यहाँ पे तो सिर्फ हमने pronoun का example दिया, but it could have been, instead of writing he, I could have written Raju himself said so. तो यहाँ पे राजू क्या है? Noun है. So any word, any pronoun which is used to put more emphasis on a noun or a pronoun is called emphasizing pronouns. Okay? So any pronouns that has been used to put more emphasis on a noun or a pronoun are called emphasizing pronouns. Okay? Now the next kind of pronoun that we are going to understand here is a bit tricky one. So let's take it slowly. So again, I have written three examples. Let's read them one by one. The prisoner hanged himself. The prisoner hanged himself. The horse has hurt itself. The horse has hurt itself. I wash myself when I get up. I wash myself when I get up. तो यहाँ पे भी we are trying to give some kind of emphasis but in a different way. So children, do you remember we have done in verb transitive and intransitive verb where we use an object to give a meaning to the verb, and in the other kind we do not use an object. Okay? So here also a pronoun that has been used as an object. A pronoun that has been used as an object, and secondly, that object is defining the subject. Okay? Is called reflexive pronouns. So when they are objects of a verb, but they refer to the same person as the subject of the verb, those are called reflexive pronouns. So let's understand how. The prisoner hanged himself. Now if I say the prisoner hanged, then there is a question coming. Who? Who did the prisoner hang? So the prisoner hanged himself. So this word himself is acting as an object of the verb. So hanged is the verb. And if I leave it up till here, so it's sounding incomplete. The sentence is seeming incomplete. The prisoner hanged. Hanged who? So hanged himself. So this word, this pronoun is acting as an object. And this object is also referring to the prisoner. Because the prisoner hanged himself. Himself matlab usne khud ko hi फांसी लगा लिया. Okay? So this object is referring to the subject. Which is the subject in this sentence? The prisoner. Okay? So this is the noun and this part is the subject of the sentence. You remember subject and predicate we did in the, I think that was our first class where we understood subject and predicate of a sentence. So the prisoner is the subject in this sentence. And this object here, the pronoun here, which is acting as an object, is referring to the subject itself. So those kind of words are called as reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns. Isn't it a bit tricky? So you have got to figure out that particular word which is acting as an object to the verb, and that is also referring to the subject of the sentence. Okay? Let's move on to the next example. The horse has hurt itself. The horse is the subject of the sentence. Okay? Has, hurt is the verb. Itself. So this word itself is the pronoun. Okay? Itself is the pronoun. The horse has hurt. घोड़े ने खुद को चोट लगा लिया. ओके, तो द हॉर्स हैज हर्ट तक अगर हम लोग सेंटेंस को छोड़ देते तो इनकम्प्लीट सा लग रहा है. सो द हॉर्स हैज हर्ट whom? द हॉर्स हैज हर्ट itself. उसने खुद को ही चोट लगा लिया. सो दिस वर्ड इज एक्टिंग एज द ऑब्जेक्ट टू द वर्ब. The horse, the subject of the sentence, okay, has hurt. चोट लगा लिया. किसको? खुद को. खुद को ही चोट लगा लिया. So this object is referring back to the subject itself. किसी और को चोट नहीं लगाया, उसने खुद को ही चोट लगा लिया. So the object here is referring back to the subject. Clear? In this case, this word itself is reflexive pronouns. Okay? Now the last example is I wash myself when I get up. I wash. Verb. I. Subject. Myself when I get up. So again, get up is the verb. Okay? I wash myself when I get up. So what do you do when you get up? I wash when I get up. So this myself is the object to the verb. And this back is referring to the subject. Okay? So this word myself is the reflexive pronouns, which is acting as an object to the verb and is referring back to the subject itself. I wash. क्या? I wash myself. Okay. And किसको? किसी और को नहीं, खुद को. So back to the subject. So clear, children? So reflexive pronouns are those kind of pronouns which are acting as an object to the verb, and secondly is referring back to the subject itself. Okay? So the 4 pronouns that we are going to understand now are not very tricky like the earlier 2. Okay, so these are very easy and simple to understand. So I have taken 2 or 3 examples for each of them. Let us go through them and understand. This is a present from my uncle. That is my house. This is a present from my uncle. ये जो तोहफा है ये मेरे अंकल ने मुझे दिया है. वो मेरा घर है. That is my house. वो मेरा घर है. So we are pointing out to certain or some objects. Okay. So the words like this and that, these, those, such, the words which are used to point out the object or objects are called as demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns. Okay? Pronouns. The words that are used to point out to certain objects or some object are called as demonstrative pronouns. Words like this, that, these, those, okay, such. So these are some of the words which are used as demonstrative pronouns. Now the next set of examples that we have taken, that I have written over here. Some say he is mad. Few escaped unhurt. All were drowned. Some say, कुछ बोलते हैं कि वो पागल है. Few escaped unhurt. कुछ लोग निकल सके बिना चोट पहुंचाए, बिना चोट खाए, पहुंचाए नहीं, बिना चोट खाए. अनहर्ट यानी कि चोट नहीं लगा है. तो कुछ बच सके बिना चोट खाए. All were drowned. सब डूब गए. तो ये जो शब्द है some, few, all, ये कंफर्म शब्द नहीं है. कंफर्म नहीं बता रहे हैं कि इन्हीं लोगों ने बोला है कि वो पागल है, यही वो लोग हैं जो, वी आर नॉट पॉइंटिंग आउट टू द सर्टन पर्सन कि यही वो है. वी आर जस्ट सेइंग एन अप्रॉक्सीमेट, इन जनरल हम बोल रहे हैं कि कुछ लोग बोलते हैं कि वो पागल है, कुछ लोग बच सके बिना चोट खाए, सब डूब गए. ऑल वर ड्राउन्ड. हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता है. सो देयर इज अ परसेंटेज ऑफ अनश्योरिटी, अनसर्टेनिटी. ठीक है, हम कंफर्म नहीं बोल रहे हैं. तो ऐसे शब्द, such words which are used in general or in a vague way to mention certain things or persons are called as indefinite pronouns. Indefinite, just मतलब there is nothing certain or definite about it कि यही वो इंसान है जो बोल रहा था कि वो पागल है, या यही वो कुछ लोग हैं जो बच सके. No, we are not saying in a definite way. We are saying some, कुछ लोग थे, कुछ लोग बच सके. All were drowned. All, या हो भी सकता है सब डूब गए, या नहीं भी हो सकता है. So in a indefinite way. So such words are called as indefinite pronouns. Okay. And the next set of sentences, either of you can go. Each of the men received an award. Either of you can go. Each of the men received an award. So the words like either, each, or there's another word, neither. Okay. These words are called as distributive pronouns because they are used with reference to a number of persons or things one at a time. Okay? So either of you can go. Either you can go or the other one can go. Okay? So they are used in reference to a number of persons. दोनों के बीच में जब बात हो रही है तो हम क्या यूज करते हैं? either, या तो तुम जाओ या फिर तुम जाओ. So either of you can go. या तो तुम जाओ या फिर तुम जाओ. One at a time. सब एक साथ नहीं. One at a time. Okay? तो such words, either, each, neither, are called as distributive pronouns. Distributive pronouns. जहाँ पे हम कुछ लोगों के रेफरेंस में बात कर रहे हैं, कुछ लोगों को लेकर बात कर रहे हैं और उनमें हम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन डाल रहे हैं. ओके, उनमें हम क्या कर रहे हैं? कैटेगरी कर रहे हैं, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं कि या तो तुम पहले जाओ या फिर तुम पहले जाओ, या फिर यहाँ पे हर एक बंदे को अवार्ड मिला है, हर एक इंसान को मिला. मतलब हम क्या कर रहे हैं? डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं. रिवॉर्ड कितने लोगों में मिला है? हर एक इंसान को मिला है. टॉयलेट कौन कौन जा सकता है? एक बार में एक ही बंदा जा सकता है. ओके, सो यूजुअली क्लासरूम में, मैम मे आई गो टू टॉयलेट, मैम मे आई गो टू टॉयलेट. सो टीचर यूजुअली सेज one at a time. So first you go, then you can go, and then you can go. So it's like distributing the theme, okay, or distributing the rule among the persons or things, okay. So such words are called distributive pronouns. Now the last one is interrogative pronouns, where words like who, what, which, the WH words, which are also interrogative words, are used to refer persons. So who broke the window? खिड़की किसने तोड़ा? किसने तोड़ा? So किसने, who. What shall we do now? अब हम क्या करें? So these words that are referring to persons, which are standing instead of nouns, are also called as interrogative pronouns. Okay? Who broke this window? किसने तोड़ा खिड़की? What shall we do now? अब हम क्या करें? So who, what, and there is another word which not only stand instead of nouns but also ask questions. Pronouns used for asking questions are called interrogative pronouns. Okay. So these words, they are not only replacing the nouns, but they are also asking questions. Okay. So such words will be called as interrogative pronouns. So that is it for the chapter pronoun, the first part, and this is the end of the second part. So I hope, children, I could make the fundamentals clear to you. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can ask me with the help of the comment box. You can put down your questions and I'll try my best to answer them. Thank you and have a good day.